So I have been accepted to go to Haiti this year with my church. It's just a group of people who have a heart for missions, more specifically orphans. I haven't ever been pulled into a missions trip, especially when overseas. I've never felt called to do anything like this, but something about this trip just kind of spoke to me in a way that I've never had before, and to the point where it felt almost physical. When I thought about what this trip was and what we would be doing, I felt as if there was a heavy weight on me, and I've never experienced that before, which is really incredible, but extremely terrifying all at the same time, because it means we're being called to do something, and if it's something I haven't experienced before, there's a lot of fear that goes into it. The specific trip that we're doing doesn't involve any building or any construction projects, anything like that. We're simply going and partnering with Convoy of Hope, which is stationed in Haiti, to love on a full orphanage of children. And the thought of a group of children I don't know touching me would normally deter me from doing anything with them. But like I said, there's something about this trip specifically that speaks so deeply to me, that the thought that I might not be able to go for any reason, it's a physical pain that I feel. I recognize that we're not all called to do the same thing at the same time in the same place. I think what makes us really unique as humans is that even if we're not connected in all ways, we can somehow connect in one specific way. And I know I'm being called on this trip so severely that the thought of not going is painful. And I'm going to ask you to partner with me on this trip. The first thing is for prayer. Haiti is not my comfort zone. There is nothing about this trip that looks like me at all. But that's the part of the trip that probably interests me the most and calls to me the most, is that we're called to be the hands and feet of Jesus, and that doesn't always look like my common life. I need prayer for strength. I know I'm going to be physically tried in ways that I normally wouldn't push myself. The emotional and spiritual aspects, mental aspects of it as well, are going to be very overwhelming, but I know that God gives grace to the humble, and there's nothing about this trip where it has anything to do with me. The second way you can partner is through the financial aspect of it. I am going to run the CRIM if I can raise my funds by June 10th. Now, the CRIM is not until the end of August, but if I can raise the full amount by June 10th, I will run the CRIM. Anything that I get over that will increase the distance that I will participate, which, if you know me, that's not something that I would ever consider doing, but I feel like God's calling me for something far outside of my comfort zone, more than just the Haiti, but also the incentive to run, which is not my thing. I want to thank you for joining me on this journey. Haiti's not for everybody. I never thought it would be for me, and you can be a part of somebody else's life, someone you'll never meet. But there are children who are going to be impacted greatly by however you participate, whether it's through prayer or even just knowing that I have your support or financial support. There are a lot of lives that are going to be changed by the work that we're going to be doing, and just knowing that you get to be a part of that is a huge encouragement, and it's something that's just really overwhelmingly incredible. I know I can't financially support myself for the entire trip. But I do know that there's a God who has called me to do something greater than myself. And I believe that when God calls us to do something, He's also going to provide for it. Whether that's just random money that comes in completely unexpected out of nowhere, or it's through people who just have a heart for these sorts of things. And I know that when I've been a part of giving to something, I felt like a part of me was going wherever the work was going. We took a group to Haiti last year, and I know that I gave to that. And knowing I couldn't be there, I was okay with, because I knew that God wasn't calling me on that trip. But knowing that I was just a small portion of what went into that trip really made it feel like I was making a difference. So I want to give you the opportunity to make a difference in a child's life in Haiti. It's not a continual thing. It's a one-time only donation. And just know that every single cent of it is going into the life of a child who just needs to be loved, who needs to be held, who needs to know that their place matters, that they're not forgotten, that there's hope, and more than anything, that there is a God who created them for a purpose. And they might not know what it is at that moment, but God could use us in a way that gives them an opportunity to see who they are in Christ and what an incredible gift they are, even if they feel like just the circumstances they've been given in life, being orphans for whatever reason, whether it's the loss of a parent or their parents are no longer around to even be recognized as parents. It just gives us an opportunity to show these kids that there's a God who loves them, a Father who created them for a purpose, and we want to be able to show that to them.